Yeah, and it's kind of like you don't really wanna like walk here on the mid fight like immediately, because you're just gonna get killed and like spammed immediately here. You can play like here to like here, I would say. Like I think there's like a line here kind of that you don't want to walk over unless you have like a bunch of kills. You can go right side here with your whole team and just kind of like fight into them, but this is like more risky if your team isn't that good. So I would just always go like here, like the left side, spam players off high ground off here, and just like focus players that are like alone essentially, which is really strong. Like I think if both guys just shoot players that are just like alone and isolated, like say there's like a guy up here, like a scout, and you just shoot him once and your scouts kill him. Have like a player you can just walk into them kind of.
Wait, I got kicked.
Oh, what?
Because I'm not active.
Oh,
Why is that a thing? You're in spec, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can also screen share if you want, that's also fine.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, interesting. Most people put like stickies here when we're leaving, just cause it's like every time you go through this choke you kinda wanna go here cause it's high ground. And I feel like a demo has stickies here, you just die immediately. Like
What about on top, like?
yeah, here.
Yeah.
Or like here, this also works. Doesn't really matter where, as long as it's like here, here, or here. I feel like... Yeah?
I'm sorry if I interrupt you, but
That's fine.
what about the top of Bull? Like, wait, Ukap.
Yeah.
Like, no, not this one, not this one. The on the right side. I mean left.
Wait, like here?
No. Go back.
Oh,
yeah,
up here.
yeah.
I think it's not that good for this like for the newcomer cup, since it's like you're not gonna have like a solid just always bomb you. I think if you just have like very simplified like general sticky placements where like scouts can run into it and you just get a kill, it's like better, I think.
Okay.
I think like stuff like up here, or like I've seen like stickies up there as well for like solis if they're just gonna jump from here to here. I don't think those are gonna work a lot because I don't think a lot of people are just gonna go for like a giant bomb every time.
Okay.
You don't really want to play IT obviously, like as combo. IT is just really horrible, you just get splashed out. Just when you're like you can use Uber for like here, but you have to like jump in as demo like to here, and then you have to have your scout and your medic come here and just re-Uber you, and then you just fight players here if you have like more Uber than like more percentage than them, or like you have like killed their medic before and you have an Uber. They wanna like kill them fast. If you wanna walk through here, it's kind of like risky because stickies can be like here on the wall obviously. The main thing to not do is like obviously just like clumping up a bunch of stickies in their sideline because scouts are just gonna shoot those. And just like having stickies like hidden kind of. If you walk through here you kinda wanna either spam up there or mainly like onto that health pack area because medic and scout usually plays there. You're probably gonna get jumped when you walk through this by like a solly just jumping like either from there or like from point. And he's gonna try to splash you. If that happens, just like try to walk into them, kind of like onto the low ground here, and then just try to walk up here.
Okay.
Not good if you like stand clumped together, which is fine. For last, just nothing really. Like obviously normal sticky trap really strong, like shadow. Obviously just sticking shadows is like really strong because like oh, it takes a while to open obviously, and you can just kill them.
Why does that happen?
What?
Because you're eating.
Kicked you to...
Bro, let me eat in peace, man.
I don't know. I think it's cause no config is exec, that's why maybe?
Oh, my brain.
Exec, oh no, it's rcon exec, etifl 9, no 6v. Is it with an S or is it, I think it's not.
What do you mean with an ass?
Oh, never mind, I didn't. Very cool. I didn't remember whether it was 5v5 or 5 versus 5 and the config name, but it's just V. Obviously here, like going lobby is like the main thing, just going lobby with combo. And then just trying to like waddle through like any of these entrances. This is good if you have like Uber ad and you just want to like walk a bit and then just spam them. This is really good if you have like, if you're like feeling really if you're like I don't know what the fuck word is.
Comfortable.
Nah, not that, fuck.
Confident.
Yeah, confident, thank you. If you're like feeling confident with Uber, you just walk through here and you just take head
What is
on
this
fight.
place called, Frog?
3. This is 1, this is rollout or 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Due to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wowzers.
That is so complicated.
There's no real hiding spots for these maps. This spot isn't really used. There's like no actual hiding spots here. There's like nothing you can really stand on for no reason. So you don't really have to watch out for like people hiding in like a tiny corner. There might be like a scout or a solly like hiding down here when you're walking out of this. Like when you're pushing from last, that's like the only thing that can happen. But like nothing really can happen. Yeah, basically when you're holding last, you kind of just want to have stickies here and like here's fine or like here. And they're usually gonna go like lobby essentially. And you can just like watch your stickies from here, just normal demo stuff. You don't really want to be on the left side here, because this kind of sucks for demo. Because you have to like always charge stickies to kind of get damage in. And here it's like you have like a area where you have sticked off and you can just shoot stickies here if they're coming to you. Or like on the ramp. Oh, never mind, we have a scout mans, okay. We just don't have solis. Wait, no, we do.
We have 1 solar right now.
Okay, that's fine. I thought we only had scouts, because then I can.
Mr. Lime is not here.
Unlucky. Then I can go over like soli stuff, I guess. Oh, do you have any other questions for like demo man?
Is there multiple rollouts for the demo man?
No, there's just 1. Either like sticky here or sticky here.
Okay.
And then here. Or on the ground here, both is fine. And then kind of like get here and then just walk health pack essentially. Or do the air sticky rollout where you have like a sticky explode like here. And you just get launched into it.
Like a double.
Yeah. If they have like good solis, they're gonna have 1 soli like always try to steal your pack, which is kind of annoying. But if he does it like multiple times, you just sticky this pack on mid when you come out, and the soli just dies for free. If he takes your pack, you just kind of like wait for arrow here and just charge stickies into them and then high ground. Otherwise it's kind of... yeah. Hello, Horn.
By the way, what is your competitive experience? Because you explained pretty well.
I have played Div 2 Highlander, mid 6s, which is Div 2 is like the 3rd highest div, as Prem Div 1 and then Div 2.
So what you're playing in this team?
I'm playing Solly, but I've played basically like every class in competitive and every class in 6s besides demo, because I just don't like playing demo in 6s. And I don't have the pipe aim for it.
Oh.
Not
So
the
is this
pipe.
allowed though?
What?
Is this allowed in Freshmeat?
What? Oh, for
Frog is
the...
not playing soldier.
Yeah,
Frog is
I'm not...
playing medic.
Players with like 10 or more officials can't play, or like the played above open can't play in the cup. So, well, besides Wonder Medic, which is fine. I can max play Medic, same as Cookie.
Yep.
I'm on the wrong spawn, I just realized.
Smartest player ever.
Horn, do you know Solly rollouts for product or no? Never mind, it's process.
Horn is muted.
Yes.
I wanna try something. It's down. I wanna try my rollout.
That's fine. I can show the Solly rollout for process. We're gonna do like on Gully, we're gonna do like simplified stuff because it's Gully and Gully is kind of hard to play. Alright. Do you know, it's fine if you just say it in spectator chat, do you know like rollouts for this map or no? Like for Solly? Okay. There's two types of rollouts. There's Pocket and Roamer. Both are fine, honestly. Oh, okay. Basically, what you wanna do is kind of like, you wanna get... Like, a demo at the start is gonna get heals. And then he's gonna jump immediately, and then you're gonna like walk here. And then shoot off of this. Like this thing, and then just one underground as well. And then again off of this, and then here. And slide into this. And then basically just try to spam and play high ground. Like jump here. Try to spam like scouts of high ground and the combo here. Basically. There's no like, cause I had someone ask me this yesterday, there's like no pack priority or like anything. Like if you need a health pack, just grab it. Or if you need like an ammo pack, just grab it. Most of the time. Rollout is just literally shoot off of the metal steel rod there and then like on the ground here. And then here and here. Or if you wanna play, like if you can't really get that down immediately, you can shoot yourself and spawn like 5 times or like 3 times trying to get here. Like you'll just spawn, you'll just go here, shoot yourself like 3 times, like be like here or here, and then you're gonna jump here and then walk with the escape plan if you're under 100 health, and then you can also like shoot yourself off of that and then just walk here, take it away, and then you just get an arrow and just get healed for mid. It's also fine. Then you can either like jump on here or like go for a big jump, like off this or off of this if you want. But I think I wouldn't really recommend it if you don't, like you're not like good at rocket jumping or anything. If that's also fine, just like do one jump up here and then just shoot players off of this part here, like the high ground area. Or their combo like here, that's also fine. Both things work for mid. For second pushing, there is the... This is gonna be actually kind of silly, I just realized, because holding IT is kind of hard. You don't really want to play like this area here. This area isn't really that good. You can spam up here and down here half the time, but you kind of like when you're holding this midpoint, you kind of just want to stand like here and just spam and then leave and get like healed up again. For the second, it's kind of like you want to jump through all the time, because there could be like stickies here, like basically everywhere here on this entrance. Really hard point to just walk through, basically. Kind of just jumping through is the best solution. Doing a 1-2. And like either landing like here, or here if you're like not really landing anywhere far, just not really landing like here or like on the low ground area. Like either landing like there, or behind this wall and then getting an arrow while your rest walks through is really good. Just so you get that health back immediately. And then you can just jump up the point and shoot like players again. You can also like, if you don't really want to walk through or jump through here, you can like walk through here onto second, through sewer. And then you can just like try to either walk there or here and just try to get a few spam rockets off essentially. And here you just jump in, like a normal just rocket jump into this, and then just land here or like into them. It's genuinely fine if you just like spam rockets into them instead of like trying to jump into them most of the time. As long as you're like doing like damage to them kind of, it's really solid and fine. Like you don't have to have like a big air shot or anything, as long as you're just spamming like groups of people together or like 2 players at a time, that's really strong as well. You can also, when you walk through this here, you can jump through here and just like land here and shoot this area, because there's usually gonna be like a player trying to either leave here or just walk out of here. That's fine. For pushing last, you don't really wanna ever go here or here when you're pushing. You ever wanna go into the lobby area here and then just either like spam some rockets here or this angle, or walk through 5. You don't really wanna walk through here or here most of the time because of spam. And if you walk through here, you can just like hug the right side and just jump here and try to lock this area out. Or just spam like rockets onto here in this like area-ish. You don't really want to jump onto players here because it's like it's kind of too hard to like do anything really if you're like walking through this here and just jumping into them. They're just gonna shoot you while you're like jumping. So just like trying to spam rockets before like pushing is kind of like good. You wanna like push together as a team kind of, or like most of the time, because you rather want to take like team fights instead of like a 1v1, just so it's much easier for like people to be killed. If you're taking like a 1v1, you kind of have to rely on like hitting stuff, and if you take like a 2v2, you can have like a scout do hit scan and you have like projectiles and you just kill them together. This is decent for spam, because medics usually stand like there, like this area, and playing back here and just spamming this is also fine. If you're like taking this area here, this lobby, and then just like jumping here is fine, like into them. Or jumping onto this is also fine. This also works. If you jump onto this and then just spam from here, that's fine.
Frog, could you swap to Gully?
Call out stuff for process is... I'll go over it. 1, 2 / rollout. Rollout is also fine. Mainly rollout just cause it's like you roll out through here, everyone does. 3 is this door. The 4 is this one and 5 is this one. You're not gonna be like... That's usually like... It's either people push from 1 or they push from lobby. Which is the area here. This whole area is lobby. The main reason why there's 3, 4, 5 is mainly because if like a team or like a player walks into one of those, it's just so you can instantly like know where he is and look at him. And it's not like, oh, he's in like one of those doors. Just easy to know. This is upper IT, this is second, just whole second. Forward spawn if you have mid capped. Hiding spot down here where maybe like a Soli or Scout can hide. In case you're like walking out of rollout. Maybe like someone hiding here just goes for like your medic and kills him. Lower IT. That area is IT. This, you can also call it from here like IT to here. That also works. It's called IT because of the funny PCs. Lower IT also works. Doesn't really matter. I would just call it IT. This is upper IT just because it's easier to know. Then you have sewers back here. This whole right side, like this whole area here is sewers. You have choke. Then you have the rock, the big rock, just literally rock.
Dwayne the Rock.
Yeah. You have crates or like containers, or just general high ground for this whole high ground area here. You're standing on. I think just calling this high ground is fine. Forward spawn if you have the second point captured is here. Actually no, it's here since we're in blue. That one. And same mirrored stuff here. There's also like no real hiding spots on this map.
What's the second rock? Bolter?
No, it's just always the same call out. Just
Yeah.
rock and roll.
But there's 2 rocks.
Two
This
whole
is the
rocks.
main rock. And what is the second rock?
Rock 2.
Rock 2, very good.
A good spot to play on is for Soli up here. If you're like defending, this is a decent spot because you can spam here for free, and you're like they have to walk into you kind of to like try to get you off of here. That one is really good because you spam them for free if they're here, and they have to like walk in and try to shoot you up there. Really strong. You usually have like a Soli here in IT, like on the low ground, just spamming there. Just like so they don't walk from here up to your high ground and just go for you. One spot that is important for flank is this one, or like for mid for like combo. You can stand on here for no reason. This is just annoying if you have if they have like a Soli here, and you're walking here as scout. You like walk in as flank scout. You just die immediately to him. You can't do anything about it. This room is so small. You just get splashed twice for free. That's the main reason with like Scout on the main issue with Scout for IT. You can't if you have mid capped, you don't really want to walk into IT alone. You want to have like someone with you, because if you as soon as you like walk through here, could be like a Scout here, there could be like a Soli there or here spamming you. When they could have like a Scout here just try to run at you. Too much stuff essentially. Basically, you don't want to walk like past here alone as Scout if you're like trying to do like anything. Going here as Scout is fine. Peeking this far left is decent as Scout, like a flank Scout. You just get a lot of info here. And if they have like someone try to spam, you can just walk back in, get the pack and go back to mid. Walking through this choke is kind of hard as combo, because you have to either jump through, or you have to like Uber through, or you have to like get a kill before anything. Most of the times you wanna like either hug up here, upright, and just walk to point, or just here. Or just walk from here, low ground, walk here, lock this spawn out. If you're walking here on the right, you wanna shoot this, the rollout mainly, just because people are either gonna leave there or into. Really rarely people will leave lobby. Lobby is kind of like a bad place to leave because you can get like chased easily from up here. That's what most people will just leave here or here. So if you have like a demo or so, you just spam this. Pretty strong. For last, you just kind of want to have a sentry gun most of the time. You want to have a sentry like here where my stickies are. Or I could also just switch. You want to have like a sentry here basically at spawn just so you can get the resub. And then you can like upgrade it immediately. NG doesn't have a thingy, Wrangler and Rescue Ranger, so he just has pistol and shotgun or Frontier Justice. So there's like nothing really to NG, you can't really like totally hold sentry the entire game. The reason why you want to have your sentry like here is because you can shoot it from here, here or here. Unless they like peek into like you essentially. That's the biggest thing with NG on 6 is you just want to have like sentries that are kind of like hidden. Where people have to walk into sight lines to get it.
But it should probably be watching point, because it's kind of the point.
Just watch this point, dude.
I mean,
Oh, in
does it
general.
watch it on the edge?
Yeah, I mean here not, but you have like your whole team playing
But
here
then it's
every.
a trash sentry.
You have your whole team playing here every time. Like your combo just plays here, and you just
I mean,
they're like up here, and you just have this point. You have like a sentry gun here.
yeah, in a perfect world.
In a perfect world. That's
Do
like
you use Gunslinger anywhere in process?
no, the Gunslinger is really bad unless you're playing a permanent NG, which is it's very rare, very silly. Doesn't really work, just because there's 3 splash classes.
I see a lot of people play only level 2 sentry. Is there any reason for that?
Not really. You can have a. I think there might be one reason to have like the 175 tech, where it's like you have a sentry on like 175 metal, and you hit it once and it upgrades. Maybe that's why. I don't know exactly. Maybe level 2 is just enough for most people. It doesn't really matter as long as you have like a level 1, level 2, or level 3, just like watching point essentially. It's really good. You can put dispenser here if you want to have like an aggro team, like if your team is playing like aggro like here. Or just having like a dispenser like here or up there is also fine. You don't really want to be like turtling as NG, you just want to have like your gun up and you just want to like spam with pistol maybe. And if they try to go for you, just shotgun. You don't really want to die as NG. Your main goal is like having a gun up and then switching back to your like class. That's like the whole reason you go NG, just going back to your scout, Solly, or yeah, Scout also. No, just Scout. Never mind.
Is there any point putting a dispenser down if you got resupply so close though?
For the rest of your team, so they don't have to rotate out. Like if you have like your combo up here, it's kind of like a hassle if you have like the issue with like 6s is kind of like if you go back into resub, you have like 2 players like doing nothing kind of at the moment, or just not watching anything, and or like 1, and then you can just get like killed essentially, or like pushed off of that. That's why like playing like if you have like 1 or 2 kills on like the enemy team and you have 6 players up, it's really strong just because you have way more firepower than them. That's the same with like having people in spawn. They don't really do it, they can't do anything, and the rest of the players are like outnumbered immediately.
Probably if we're holding last, then one scout should be on NG, right? And other scout maybe on heavy.
I think the
powerful.
the best thing is flank scout on NG, but it doesn't really matter. It's basically who's alive at the time. If both of like the scouts are alive and one is closer to the respawn, just the one that's closer just goes NG.
But remember, you need time to build a sentry, so
Yeah,
heavy
going
is maybe the better option.
NG is only good if you like have equal Ubers, have like equal people alive, and they have to like slowly walk into you. Heavy is good if you're like playing high ground, because heavy on low ground just kind of sucks. Like if you're playing up here, it's really hard to kill a heavy. Like they have to jump you, they have to like walk into you like really hard with both scouts. The demo has to spam you. You have this 450 health pool up here. You just shoot people down. It's like the easiest thing ever. If you're like playing down here as heavy, you're not really doing anything. Solis just shoot you for free. Demo just shoots you for free. Scout just runs at you down here. Scout doesn't have to like walk up here or like jump you here. Just playing low ground as heavy really bad. Always play like high ground spots as heavy. Especially with your medic. The main thing about heavy is you want to keep your medic alive. And have that 450 over here. Just because it's like such a giant health pool in 6s.
Do you ever play at the rim?
No what?
At the rim.
Whoa, you mean the point? Like here?
Yeah, like no, the rim. That little rim which is between. Like,
Oh, up
you
here.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
You can have like a solid stand up here. It doesn't really do anything. If you're pushing, you can like jump to this and like shoot down on the point or like onto the right or left. Other way around. But yeah, this doesn't really do anything. This is just like cosmetic-ish.
Oh, okay.
You can't get fair as like medic or like demo. I mean as demo, yeah, but like as medic you can't get fair as like any off class you can't. You can go sniper on this map, but the main thing about sniper is you kind of want to play spawn like NG as well. You kind of just want to do like 150 damage, kill like a guy guaranteed, and then swap off, or just like get a headshot pick or something. You don't really want to play like alone as sniper, because if you die as sniper, you're just gonna be a player down and you're just gonna lose. Playing like last, you can play like there sniper there or here if you have like a solly in lobby. Playing here is fine, just because you can like 150 here, scope here, maybe shoot like the medic's feet from here as well, like from back there, and then you kill the medic for free. That's the one issue with medic in 6s, not like being able to like be killed and by one hit by sniper. Full charge or headshot both just insta-kills you and you can't do anything about it. That's the issue. Spy isn't that good. Spy is just like, especially on last holds, it's like you're one player down and your spy has to like get something for it to be worth it. Like if your spy dies, you just kinda have nothing off of it. On sniper it's like, yeah, you're playing spawn, you're playing like somewhere where you have like protection. Spy it's like you have to rely on that one guy on spy to do something. NG it's like you have 7 players essentially. Heavy is like you have 450 health and like just mow one player down for free. That's why like spy isn't that good in 6s, just cause it's like not doing a whole lot. Besides the other. Pyro is decent, not on this map. On some other maps Pyro is fine. Mainly cause you can just airblast Uber back. Like you're usually just gonna die if you're on Pyro. Like most of the time you just get 2 shot or 3 shot by scouts. The one thing about Pyro is like you want to play like close to shutters where like teams are and have to Uber through. And just blow them back with thingy. And you're usually just gonna die for it. But you're still denying Uber for it essentially, and then you have like a full Uber ad. Pyro for this map is really bad. You don't do anything here really. Way too open. Playing up here as Pyro doesn't get you anything. You just get shot for free by scouts. Same as demo. I think that's everything. I don't think I have anything else for this map. Or for Gully. Is there any questions? I'm the teacher now.
He is the substitute teacher now. Guys, please ask questions.
Cookie, ask the question.
Frog, please explain crit heals, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I think it's after 6 or 8 seconds after you take damage, you heal faster.
After you don't.
Oh yeah, after you don't take 6 or 8 seconds after you haven't taken damage, you heal faster by like 300% or something, like overheal in particular.
Can we maybe show that, Frog? I mean, maybe somebody...
I mean...
Can we go on the same team somehow?
Yeah.
Cookie,
What's up?
please. You understand? This is the best. Nice.
Oh, you're going
Should we
on...
watch Frog or Cookie?
What do you mean?
No, okay. We are watching Frog then.
Where are you?
Come ready last.
Bro, I am on medic, how am I supposed to
Okay,
move?
it's fine, I come to you.
No, I'm coming. No, there.
Where are you?
I found you.
Communicate.
No. Like, the overheal is much faster right now. That's the thing about,
Okay.
like, crit heals. Like, if I heal him now, he just instantly 185 if he...
Wait. Here.
Yeah. Now hit yourself
I'll
like
do it.
one more time, that's fine.
Do it, do it.
You see, like now healing is like much slower on overheal specifically. Like it takes, I think, like 4 seconds to get full buff, compared to like 1 second if you haven't taken like a single bit of damage.
You can also reset it by resetting your bind.
by resubbing here in spawn with like F1. It's just
Now it's fast.
just much faster. Also, if you take damage, you get uber
Yeah,
uber
it does.
faster. That's why the basher is used, just to damage yourself to get uber faster. It's like 20-30% faster, I think.
Yep.
To around there, if you damage yourself, like to take damage. And then you stop building at like 85%, because at that time you wanna heal players like with buffs and stuff instead of like building. And then you just have the uber. This, like, you can build to like push last, defend last, doesn't really matter. Most of the times you're just gonna build on last just to have like an uber as well. So if they go uber into you, you just like delay a bit and then you just uber into them again and you kill them. There's the uber. But yeah.
Will you both have that epic bind, chat bind that they have popped off?
When I played medic in like mid and open, I didn't have it because I just always said when I used Uber, or I was like, okay, we're gonna use Uber like now. The main thing about like sixes is kind of like you wanna communicate like what you're doing, kind of. Like everyone should do that, not like too much, but as long as you're like saying, oh, I did like 150 damage to that Sully in like choke, or like here, or like in front of me, or like on the grass area. So like someone can follow it up, that's like perfect, literally. The main thing about like sixes is you want to have like team play instead of like solo play. On Highlander it's like you could have like a Sully solo bomb into 4 people, kill them all, and it doesn't affect anyone else in the team, like no one else had to help. And sixes like, you don't really want to take 1v1s just because it's like much harder to do. Or like 1v multiple people essentially, just because you're just gonna always get killed and overwhelmed.
Guys, I'm going in 1v6. Let's go.
Yeah, you can really do that. That's the thing.
Okay, I think most of the guys need a new HUD to see damage better.
No, not really. HUDs don't matter. I think Benny plays with stock HUDs as well. Or like,
yeah, but he has modified stock HUD.
oh yeah, he has,
He
the
has
normal
increased number size.
I don't think the
otherwise you
HUDs
can't see
matter
anything.
really. I have the 3D model at the bottom left off, or like the medic class or whatever. I have that off just because it like tanks FPS, if I remember. I just don't like it either. Distracts.
On default HUD you can't really see damage numbers. It's super small and thin.
That's true.
So I would recommend a custom HUD, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, it doesn't really need to be. It's good, but it doesn't really change a whole lot.
I mean, probably an FPS config could be recommended. It doesn't really change much, but it helps.
Yeah, also
Having
you
your
don't need
frame
to
rate
see-
higher.
I think most people have that though. Who knows?
Maybe.
The main thing with sixes is like the hardest class to play is like, I think hardest class is like scout with calling, but like pocket scout in particular if you call. But, and then it's I think demo and maybe medic if you're like really good at medic and calling stuff. Mainly because medic needs like bunch of knowledge, like just having like, if the enemy the medic died, it's kind of like you have like Uber ad, like you just get the Uber before them and just use into them and kill them. Mainly, or you can just be like, oh, we have like 2 more players, you just push into them. Also for medic you have to have like, you don't have to, but it's very like useful to have like fake Uber binds and like binds that show like the medic's symbol when no one called even. Just so you know where players are without saying where they are. Yeah.
I think most likely we can conclude it here, I would guess.
Yeah, I think
It's about time
I
anyway.
have like one last question, like
so.
on the last,
Yeah.
basically. You said you can build a sentry spot like on the right side, I guess. But can you like build it like around the corner, like behind you?
In spawn or you can
No, around like around the corner from 3 or 4.
Oh,
what's,
I mean
behind
like
the point?
here? Oh, I mean
No,
like
no.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, when you have like a level, this only works kind of if you have like a level 2 or level 3, you can put like a sentry here. Or I think here is fine, mainly. Just, but it's kind of cause it gets splashed from 1 or from up here. The main reason you have like a gun here is just cause it's so far away, like people have to like go for it specifically. Like if there's a guy here, he has to like kind of try to kill this immediately. And if it's like there, you just spam it for free before even going in, kind of. That's the thing about NG, or like sentries at least. Kind of want them to like have to kill it before like doing anything. Instead of like just like I think if it's like there, demo just goes like here and just shoots 3 pipes at it. If it's like there, it's kind of like you can heal it from spawn, you get your metal back immediately and just heal it back. But if it's like here, it's like in such a bad spot because you don't have rescue ranger, or you don't have the wrangler, so you can't really heal it. You have to like hog it, kind of like stand in front of it, and you're gonna get splashed as well. Like the main reason you build it like near spawn or like in like when it's level 3 in like an aggro spot is just to swap off, kind of. You don't want to be on NG like the entire time because NG doesn't really have a lot of damage output besides the sentry. Gullywash. Or do you know the rollout for Gully? For demo?
Yes,
Alright.
but you can show me some stuff on it.
Alright, hold up. Arcana, I see cheats 1. Okay, cool. For mid, you kinda wanna just be really fast. I wouldn't recommend doing 3 stickies here, unless you're like good at it. Like doing this sticky is kind of because I feel like in this cup, like sometimes, like a lot of times, Scots might just like try to instantly rush you and just kill you if you're like 140 health. And if you have 175 here without like a medic, it's really good. Mid is just normal stuff, you just try to spam here and here. Mainly trying to lock this area out, because all the times players are gonna try to walk up here on mid, every time, with medic, because it's just the easiest way to get to high ground. And high ground is just the best spot to be at on like 6s, or like in general competitive. Just because you can really splash from low ground onto it. And it's kind of harder to like angle explosive stuff onto it. Scouts don't really care about high ground. At least on counterplay. It's obviously really annoying to play against because the person can go into like cover up here. But it's mainly just so solis and demos can really spam you from low ground. That's why high ground is so important. Alright, you get like here, you charge sticky essentially. Lock this out or shoot a sticky into them here immediately if you're really fast. If you lock this out with 2 stickies, this is basically optimal just because the medic can't really walk onto it immediately unless the scout shoots it. And then you kind of want to, after you like shot 1-2 stickies there, you kind of want to charge another one and just try to fight like head on mainly. You don't really want to cross like here or like here. Mainly like not here. If you go into point, it's kind of because scouts can just like go into you and 2-shot you. If you're playing like here, scouts have to like rush into you, and if you have, and your scouts are just gonna shoot them back, and you can just pipe them for free. Mainly like playing here this area and just shooting stickies onto them, like onto the clumps of people here. Like there's gonna be like at least 4 to 3 people here, or like here. Is really good just because you get that splash damage in. For second, there's a couple different things. Mainly big door and choke. This is big door, this whole area, and this is choke. I would recommend just going choke every time, because choke is just easier to push. There can be a sully up here, which is really annoying. You can't really do anything about it on demo. Your main goal is when you go choke is to not die to stickies here or here. Mainly you wanna spam this shutter out when you're going through choke. Or if there's people close here, you kind of just want to use Uber into them and just kill them here. But your main goal kind of is if you kind of want to lock this shutter out. Unless they're walking up here into like river up here. You want to shoot stickies up here then, like if they're on the point up top. Because they're always going to go to the bridge up there. You just kind of want to have this locker locked out, I mean the shutter, just so they can't really leave you and they have to fight you like head on. there's like no real hiding spots for this point except like there, where you can have like a solly on top, but it's like kind of hard to deal with for like the pushing team, especially if you're on demo. You can't really like air sticky him. You can like do this, but this doesn't, like this wastes time instead of just charging to the shadow here. As long as you're like doing damage to like scout, demo, or medic, that's solid, honestly. Most of the time we're gonna go up here, like through the point. Like this big loop-de-loop up here with your medic together, basically just going to river. Because river is much easier like to control because it's such a tiny area. Big sticky spot right here. There's usually gonna be stickies here because you can't really see it, and if you walk into them you just die. If you're defending from last, you can just put stickies here, go back, and just watch them from like here, and if like someone runs into them, you get a free kill and you just go back. For pushing last, you kinda wanna either play this lobby area down here, or up here. Mainly you wanna go into this, and then like go down here. Unless they have like 3 players that way, you just go shutter. We just like walk through this here, just walk. Main issue with the shutter is, if they have a demo man alive, you might put stickies on it, and 3 people walk through together and they just all explode. That's why going up there is much easier. You never want to go here as like demo. This is just a really bad spot to be as demo. You're just gonna get jumped or shot immediately. There's also gonna be stickies here most of the time. This is really dangerous. Just walking into here, you just instantly explode. Stickies can be here too. If you're walking like here, you kind of want to use here or through here, just because there's always going to be stickies in this area if they like see you going here. For going,
Could you switch to Solly?
yeah, that's
I think we're taking too long on this demo man class.
alright. I will.
Thank you for explaining.
No worries. Alright. I have to go to last. For solly roller, I'm gonna do like a simpler solly rollout because this map isn't really that good for soldier. Basic stuff for
Maybe. Yeah, sorry. Maybe Bob can join. Yeah, he has. Okay.
I think we might have him if Mr. Lime doesn't show.
I'm gonna screen share then.
Or that, even. Or...
I'll just screen share. If people can't really join the server in time, that's fine. Basic rollout is just, you wanna either shoot off of this or off of this wall. You wanna get like your 300 health in, and then just, I think shooting off of this and one here is easier, much easier for like new players. When shooting one here is the easiest, and then you kinda just wanna waddle up here and just be here. For like, mainly you just wanna jump off of this area here, and either like, actually not even either. Basically just all the time you just wanna jump like here and just start spamming them on mids. Just spamming groups of people together. There is no reason for you to go like here on this whole left side on mids. This doesn't really do anything for you as solly. You kinda just wanna get onto this high ground area with like one jump here, and then just start spamming here. You can also jump up here when you're there and start like spamming more aggressively, but your team has to like be in this area kind of, and like behind you or like walking into them. Main thing you kinda wanna do is spam here, walk up here, and then just play here and spam, essentially. For second, you don't really want to do a whole lot for choke, as necessarily. You can have like one solly like walk with you as a combo, like through here and then jump up here and either kill this guy first one, or just go up here and start spamming them for free. And I think that's what, yeah. I think that's fine if we just have like one solly just go up there. The other solly goes here on big door, and he kind of just watches this until the other side of the team pushes in, and then you can just like walk through. There might be a guy hiding up here, and then you either wanna like walk into their lobby and like flank behind them and either like hold this shutter or like walk the river. I think holding the shutter is easier, because I think most teams are gonna leave through the shutter. Or like try to walk into here together with your team coming from there, and then just try to splash them together. Like you have damage coming in from here and you shoot them from here, they should just die. What you can also do from here is jump up here and like lock out the exit if they were like trying to leave. Really strong. For last, you don't really wanna be in this lower lobby area. They might put like a sentry gun there, in which case you wanna like spam it from lobby, and then try to move like up here or here. This is fine for Solly instead of like demo, because on Solly you can just like do one jump into them here. And on demo it's like you have to take 80 damage from like one sticky and have like 110 health left. You can go up here, Solly, and then try to like waddle through this area, like spam here a bit. Or like spam here or spam here. Everything works as long as you like spamming them essentially. You can walk into this water area and try to walk onto the point from underground and then like try to cap it for free. This can work, you just want to spam people here off because they're always gonna walk onto the point. One thing about Six's points, they cap really fast. Like instead of, it's not like the Highlander where you'd have like a cough map that caps like slow-ish. It's like this cap point takes like 2-3 seconds to cap and it's done immediately. Whereas mid points take like 12 seconds I think, or like 10, around that area. You can also have like a Solly just jump through here trying to kill like a medic, but I wouldn't do that, it's just too bad. I think best thing to do is if we're like defending last, just getting an engineer most of the time, just for defending the last point. Because NG is just really strong, I think.
That should be one of the scouts though, not the Solid.
Yeah, for scouts it's just like, you just have a scout go NG and he just puts like a gun here, or there. This gun is good because it doesn't get spammed, but this gun is also good because it keeps this out and it watches this. Sentry gun is obviously really strong because it's like basically having a 7th player on like 2 heavies together. They have to either like destroy it immediately or they have to use Uber into it. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I don't really have...
You still have 10 minutes because their server only opens in 1910.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
So you still have 10 minutes.
Alright. Oh, wrong spawn again. Nice. Yeah, it's just a normal rollout, like one rocket of that, one here. You don't really have to shoot this is a bit faster if you shoot off of there. And then you just want to walk here, get overheal. You don't want to do like the fancy jump, which is one there and one here. Just literally just walking here is fine. This is just way more inconsistent. Walking here is just easier, and then either like jumping onto the demo here. Or I think most of the time you just want to be like there and just spamming them. Obviously mirrored, since I'm on blue and this is like the red side. If we're playing like red, you just go there. Just wanna like spam their high ground or like their low ground here. You wanna take this like not instantly, but you can. Just as long as you have like a team and or you have kills to back it up, you can just go on here and spam them out. And if you like catch them like going here together, like all of them, you can just try to clump them up and then walk onto them all together. Like you have like two players coming here and like 2 players here, and they just die in here. Same thing with like basically any like small room or like connector area. If you have like players behind them and in front of them, you just go together onto them, kill them. Forward spawns, if you have the 2nd point cap, that one and that one, you get to spawn here and then you can walk here. Or shoot yourself here, essentially. And then you want to do the same thing for last. You just want to take basically up river. You want to just be here kind of. This is just the best area for pushing last. It's also the easiest. You don't really want to be on this low ground area here in the lobby, because it doesn't really do anything for you. Being here is fine, but it doesn't really do anything for you either. Being in here is kind of the best thing, because you can rotate like out to the 2nd point and then go down here or in choke. Or you can just push into them. Like if they're pushing you, you can just leave for free, and if you want to push them, you can just push them for free. And being here is kind of like, you don't really see anything what's going on, and you don't really know if there's like a guy under you, but in here it's like, if they try to push you, you just see them for free. That's like the main reason. Just big warning, if you're playing like Solly, just don't really walk into like corners you can't see immediately, like these corners. Like if you walk in here and the demo is like smart and puts stickies here, you just die immediately and you can't really do anything about it. Same as like shutters kind of. shutters are kind of really scary in 6s, because it's like half the time demos are just gonna put sticky shutter, you walk into them, you just die. That's why you kind of want to wait for like a scout maybe to open it, or you just want to take like a different route around it. Like walking up here and then like walking into the lobby area or something. Alright. I can go over scout stuff, I guess.
Let's go.
Winger stuff and stock stuff, both basically the same. If you have winger, it's kind of easier to do like a bunch of like silly stuff. Normal rollout is kind of like you spawn, you just hold W to mid. You spawn, you just hold W. One scout has to kind of stay with the medic just so he gets that movement speed to mid. You can like look at him and or like just not. As long as you're like in the healing range, so your medic gets like the rollout speed. When you want to walk here, walk shutter, normal stuff. And then very important, one scout can like jump here and walk up here and instantly be here and just start spamming. And the other scout can like walk with the medic in here just to get the movement speed. Or you can have both scouts. I think having one scout walk here with the medic is better just for the movement speed. And then you kind of want to space out. You kind of want to have like a scout here and like a scout here. And like I would say like a demo here and like a solly here. And the other solly can like...
Basically, pocket scout goes in the doors, yeah?
Yeah, basically. Flank scout, you're just kind of playing faster. You're not really that important for the medic. You're just like... You just want to do like damage essentially on the start of the mid fight. You don't really want to try to walk into them alone as scout, because you're not going to do anything. They're just going to shoot 2 rockets at you and you're going to die. The thing you can do as scout is like, if you see like people fighting on low ground and there's like a seer solly here and a solly here, you can just jump onto him and just kill him for free. Since you're taking like a 2v1 and this guy's like on low ground. Main thing about like flank scout and pocket scout difference is your pocket scout's gonna get way more heals, or like double the amount of heals you do, but you do like more trying to clean up kills as flank scout. Like your pocket scout's just gonna be with your medic trying to like keep him alive essentially the whole game, and your flank scout's gonna try to play with your with your sollies kind of and try to clean up their damage. Like if a solly does like 70 damage to like a guy, you can kinda try to clean him up immediately. That's like the biggest difference between them. You can get onto this with not the winger if you jump off of these. Doesn't really matter, you don't really want to play up here unless you're capping. There's some hiding spots for like sollies, you can stand up there, or there. But those are not really like that good, because half the time people when they walk out here they just look up and they just shoot you. When you're walking out like mid and they have everyone alive, you always want to like check up here as scout, because there's usually gonna be a solly up here hiding, just trying to like walk onto you. The thing about like flank and pocket scout, you want to have like your flank and pocket scout kind of be mirrored. Like a pocket's gonna play with the combo and the combo is gonna play like, let's say your combo plays here. Your flank wants to play like here essentially and just watch the other entrance so they don't get killed from behind. And if your combo is playing like here, you want to play there, but you don't really want to die, you just want to watch this so they don't die from it. You're just kind of trying to like protect them in the end. Like you don't really want to, like if they're not pushing in there, you don't really want to push in yourself, because you're just gonna get killed. Because they have possibly like 4 to 6 players just like instantly look at you and kill you for free. And then you have like your players there like alone. And then you have this whole 6v4 fight and you just lose it essentially. Kinda just wanna like watch for your combo so they don't get killed essentially. In high level there's like most roamer stuff where you like bomb in, do like giant bombs and your flank scout would like follow up immediately. That's probably not gonna happen a whole lot here, since it's like not really catered towards like high skill, like super high skill on purpose, just because it's like not fun to play against immediately. This is really important to watch if you're like walking through here as combo or as flank. There might be like a guy hiding here immediately. Just if there's a guy here, just call it out, shoot him, and then your other solly just kills him here. Walking into here's flank scout is kind of like, or a scout is not really that good, just cause you're kind of not doing anything in this area. Like if they're playing like second point here, this doesn't really do anything if you're in the lobby. If you're like standing here and just spamming them, they're gonna have like 2 players look at you here, And your combo can just like pressure from here and just walk into them, and they have like distracted players that are just gonna die. Most of the time you just want to take like team fights instead of 1v1s, just because it does way more for you or your team. Just because on the 1v1 you're just gonna mostly die, I think. Or like you're gonna have like a maybe like a 50% win rate, the other 50% of 1v1s you lose. Or if you take like a 2v1, you just win like 90 to 80% of the time. Just because you have like different types of damage. You either have like splash and hit scan, or like double hit scan, which is just a free win. Big thing you don't really want to do as scout, like take Solly's head on, like especially if you're on the same level of height as them. Like if you're playing like here against the Solly, this is really bad, obviously, because the Solly can just splash you for free twice and you just die. If you're playing like up here against the Solly, this is really good, because he has to either jump you, or he has to try and hit like a direct rocket on you. Meanwhile, you can just shoot him for free. And if he jumps you, you can just shoot him in the air. Or just try to like go to different places, like maybe up here. Just basically like spots where the Solly has to like either come to you, or you just like dodge him essentially. As long as you're not playing the same height as the enemy Solly, it's kind of like good. I think, yeah.
Yeah, how to reach the third cap from the second one? What is the best place? How to...
Here, do you mean this?
Wait. Yeah, from the second one to the third.
Oh, okay.
What is the route? Yeah.
Most times you're just gonna walk out here and just like either walk into them aggro here, or you're gonna take this right side and this high ground and just walk onto point and then just shoot them here, shoot them here. If this is obviously from flank, it's just walking from here into here. But this is kind of bad if I have like everyone alive and you have everyone alive, you don't really want to initiate a fight here. You don't want to be here as a scout, just because there's so much, like it's a small room, you're just gonna get splashed twice and die from a Solly. You can kind of like bait people as scout, like around corners, like you can like stand here, shoot, and if there's like a scout or Solly here that wants to like fight you, and they just go here. Or like a Solly have waiting here for him, well your Solly and you just kill him together. You can do that. That's the same thing with like something like this. You can have like a Solly up here and like a scout like baiting here, like shooting, and the guy walks here and your Solly just kills him. Kind of like that.
What is the name above the rail? Like
this
hiding spot?
This
Yeah,
has no name. It's just like there's a Solly above. That's the same thing with like stuff like this. Those spots don't have a name really. Because they're too situational. You want
so we have capped the second one, right? How do, as a scout, you go further to the third point?
You kinda like wait till you get a kill, or you just try to take a Uber trade. Like if you have if both player teams have 6 people up, it's kind of like you can't really do anything here on second. Because there's either gonna be like stickies, there's either gonna be like a Solly here, or there's gonna be like players watching this. And if you try to walk here, you're just kind of gonna die. Because there's so much stuff that can just happen to you. And if you have like a player kill, you can like walk in and then they have like less stuff that can happen essentially, or like less damage. And you're gonna have more damage coming through essentially. But the main thing is like you wanna kind of take space when you're walking through stuff. Just so a demo can't like shoot 4 of you together and just kill all of you. Like main thing as scout is like you wanna like be attracted to like high ground immediately. Like trying to take like a space far away from like your team is kind of fine. Like here you have like your team here and you're like playing here, this is fine. Just cause you're not gonna sponge up and take the damage. And if someone like bombs you, you can just kill them.
I don't play demo, but can you hide stickies in that cone though?
Yes, in theory, but this is, I think, one-sided for some configs. Some configs might have the cone off.
Okay.
Most people just put stickies like behind walls, just because it's like easiest. You can also put like stickies in health packs, but it's like, because they spin, obviously.
Alright, that kind of concludes it. We could join the server against the enemies.
Enemies.
It says bad password.
Okay, then it's not up yet.
How does he not have the server up for 50?
Or maybe he wrote it wrong to me, I don't know.
No, it worked. Never mind, bad password. Alright.
I don't know. It's wait.
If anyone wants to like know anything for like a class
Can you-
or like role.
Can you tell about the third point, the final point as a scout?
The final point, you kind of don't really want to play like the close quarters. Half the time you're gonna be like... For pocket, you're gonna be like here in this area and just like do nothing kind of. And just be like with your medic. At some point you're gonna be like here and try to like Uber into them half the time. Like not half the time, but all the time. You just wanna like take Uber for here, cause stickies could be like here, essentially. Just like walk into them, try to like kill them up here, and then like either leave for there, or just get on the point.
Okay.
What I like to do with when I have Uber, like walking through here, is kind of like if I have like a player up here, like a solid stand on these crates, you can just instantly shoot this guy and kill him, and then you have like a player kill. You
You
don't.
never go under the point, right?
You don't really do that if you're playing Scout. Down here, it's just not a good area to be a Scout, just because you get splashed twice here. It's just such a low ceiling. I think being here Scout is like really bad. You just get splashed twice, you just die.
Okay.
Yeah, for flank Scout, you kind of like stay here and just watch till like your team goes in, and then you can like try to walk through here. And then try to like either walk onto them here or just like go behind. Like most people are not gonna see you here. And then you can just try to walk onto the point and just cap it for free. Or just try to like walk up the stairs and kill them immediately. Or you can go through this balcony area, this also works. If you do, the difference is though, you see like more here kind of than here. You cannot see them here. You never want to go here as flank scout, this doesn't really do anything for you. This whole area, you just get killed here. You can like walk through here, walk on this pipe, and then just like spam them. Of course. Spamming here is fine. Or just like jump from there to like there is fine, and then kill this guy here on the left. If there's like a sentry gun, you don't really want to spam it as scout, besides like maybe pistol spam from like here. Or from... Actually, if there's a sentry gun like here, you kinda never want to spam it as scout, you just want to have like a solid spam it out for you, just because it does like 90 damage all the time.
Okay. Is there a really consistent way how to get down the rollout with scout where you jump on this wooden shit in the middle? Not like the long one where you jump on the little roof and then to the point.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like the second one where you jump directly to the demo man. You understood that? Which
Like here?
rollout I meant?
He
You mean
means
here?
go enemy side on mid.
Oh, I mean, I think winger only, if I remember.
Yeah.
Never mind, not winger only. Yeah, you can just do a double jump on this and then just rush like a demo.
Ah, okay.
If I have like a
Is-
good demo, he's gonna have 140 health after the pack. So if you're just like confident, you can just go from there to here and just 2-hit him.
Before he reaches the pack, right?
No, after. You're gonna be slower than
After.
demo all the time.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. You're at like a set speed, the enemy demo could be like a bit faster, a bit slower. But Scout's usually always the same time on mid. Well, and enemy demo isn't. If this is kind of, I wouldn't really do this a lot, because it's like, if they notice you always go here, they might not even have that demo go here, they might have him like go here instead, and like have like maybe a solly here, who's just gonna, or like the demo's just gonna wait a bit and just put stickies.
Okay.
Like doing this 5 times in a row is just not the play. Like it's just like maybe do this like once or twice, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda just wanna play like your side most of the time and just like try to spam people together. Or just spam people trying to take like, if there's like a solid jumping up here, this is like usually the #1 priority. If it's like a solid from the enemy team that jumps up here, you can like instantly try to shoot him for like 100 to like 70 damage. And he's gonna have to get off of there and get like healed again. And by that time you can just push.
Mm. What else? What else? What else?
Does anyone else need anything to know? Oh no, by the way, we're just gonna
I have a
Maptalk.
question.
If we're just gonna go over questions, I don't think we are gonna get a scrim, just
I mean,
saying.
we can go into more maps. There's a couple more maps.
Yeah, but we're just playing week
What
1.
how much? And the other one is process.
Yeah, but we're just playing week 1 for now, which don't really need to go into other maps, because I think it's just too much info, personally.
And when are you gonna do the week 2 map talks? When the official is there?
No, like 3 days before we even start scrimming it, I guess.
Yeah, but if we average have like maybe a scrim a week, then that's not really viable.
That is very true. I do not know. I think going over like all the maps now is kind of because I have to go over like 3 classes each, rollouts for all of them, and then like stuff for them, which I think is too much info personally, for now.
Okay, yeah, okay, you are right. I agree.
All right.
I can probably do that with anybody on like one-on-one if that's necessary.
Same.
I think I did that with Gnarly if I remember.
Anyways, any other questions for like this map or like the other map?
I have a general question.
Yeah.
Like, I know you can like roll out with just use stock pistol or winger instead of that, but like, what do you recommend? Since it's easier to get like finishing kills with the stock pistol, but it's like
It's
better
personal
movements.
preference, honestly. I like winger just cause I don't like spamming pistol, and I like having like more movement with it. But if
And
you,
I use pistol because it has more bullets.
yeah, I think general
Oh, yeah.
rule is for pocket scout to use pistol, and flank scout can use winger. Pocket scout with winger is kind of like 50-50, because you want to have like more damage output, kind of.
Yeah, just that I was like really using winger a lot before, but recently I started using stock a lot more.
I think stock is better if you're just like playing for them, like if you're really consistent at dealing damage, I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's like some stuff that makes the winger a bit better for like getting to spots, but it doesn't really matter if you're playing pocket because you're not gonna be in those spots. Whereas in flank you can maybe be in like one of those spots sometimes, but it's like not consistent either. I think for like new players it's probably better to run the pistol, but some people just get glued to it, like instead of most of the time you wanna like reload scattergun instead of like shooting 24 shots into someone with your pistol.
Yeah, but Frog, if you hit every bullet, it's like 120 damage.
True.
So just hit every bullet. It's easy.
Simple as that. Like this spot for example is like a winger difference kind of. You can do this with the winger, but you can't do this with stock.
Yeah, but you can do it with Basher.
Yeah, but
See?
take damage for. It comes down to personal preference, I would say, honestly. If you're like feeling like you're always doing like 120 damage and the guy is on 5 health all the time, just go pistol and just spam him. If you're feeling like you're just really good at scattergunning and just killing people in 2 shots, just play winger, I think.
Can we go over callouts in Gully?
Sure. There's like a couple ones. There's not that many on Gully. There's some matches with it. Not matches, some maps with like a couple more callouts. Actually, this might be one. Normal stuff. Just like every time it's just point. It's not like, well, for last it's specifically last, and if you're like when you're holding and when you're going second, it's specifically last. Just that last is last. If you're getting back cap, this kind of as if you're like saying, oh, there's a guy on point, because it could be that point or it could be that. But yeah, just last is important because you can get back capped, especially on like high 6s. I mean, on 6s you're just gonna sometimes get back capped just because the cap time is like super small. This is river. This is down here. The sand area is called water because there used to be like water here and I think here. I don't know why this is river. I guess because it's flowing down, probably. This is dark, like down here, this area. Dark, mainly because you can see it, and it's like a tiny hiding area. This is lobby. This whole area here is lobby with this whole floor here. These two.
Mm.
Up here is... This is shutters, or lockers you can also say. This is balcony. Then this is still river up here, like to here.
Is lobby divided somehow? Left lobby, right lobby?
No,
Because
no,
it's really big.
just lobby. Because most of the times teams are not gonna go down here. They're just always gonna go up river. Silly spot. This is normal shutter. This is baby door, just because it's a small door. Baby door moment. This is big door. Big door. This is still big door, like this whole area here to here is big door. This is just baby door in case like a scout or you see like a solly running. If you're like standing there and you see like someone go down here, you're just like, oh, scout in our lobby or baby door, and then your flank can like deal with him. This is just second this whole area. Up here's river again. Like if people are leaving like here from the from top here to here, it's just they're leaving river essentially. Still point. This is choke. It's just second. This whole big area. There's like no specific callouts here. This is just choke. This is drop down because you can go down. You can't make this jump at all as scout, which is kind of air. So you can if you have like if I have a scout down here, it doesn't do anything.
You can with Boston Bash.
Oh yeah, with
yeah.
I've done it a couple of times.
Oh yeah, actually you can do it with one bash, so never mind. Yeah, but I mean with like not losing health is what I mean. Point, then under point, drop down for both sides. Like it's just drop down. This is still under point. You have like your side. This is Z. I think I don't.
Isn't that just banana or something?
Yeah,
Or like
never
elbow?
mind. It's
Elbow is better?
I think it's banana, but I like to call it Z. I don't remember why specifically Z, but it's for me it's Z in my brain, but it's banana if I remember.
Because it's a funny word. Banana.
This area doesn't really have a name. Like it might have one, but I don't think it. Also interesting stare. But yeah, I don't think this has a name, if I remember. It's just like the kind of like you rush into the demo here and you just get double piped from him. Like if you're like rushing the demo here, it's just really bad because he just shoots 2 pipes at you for free. Forward spawns when you cap this point, like second point, you spawn here. And when you cap mid, you spawn all the way over there. There's no respawn, no resupply cabinets on Gullywash, which is kind of for new players because you have to get like a resupply bind, which is like you press F1 and you just swap back to the first loadout you have equipped. Or you swap classes essentially in there, but there's no resupply cabinet, so you have to like swap classes or get a resub bind essentially to get your
that resub bind is under keyboard options. It's called load item preset.
Oh, really? They have a default one?
Yeah, it's in game.
Oh, I thought it was always like one you had to get yourself.
And you just bind them to whatever you want.
I see.
A, B, C, D.
I have it on F1 because
Me too.
I think I have F1 for voting and for resubbing, but I don't remember.
I'd actually have a question if I can ask.
Yeah, sure.
Like come to mid.
But yeah,
I mean actually big tour.
big.
So you're like doing the rollout from spawn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you can like go here or there immediately, but can
You
do like,
can you can do this with the winger, you can, or with the blade, but blading yourself on mid is kind of like a throw.
Well, I mean you can also just
oh yeah, that
do it,
too. Yeah, you can do that one too. I just like the winger.
should you
faster.
like do this jump as well? Is
If
there
you're playing
a middle
flank,
ground?
yes. If you're playing flank and you don't want to rush the demo man, doing this is totally fine.
Alright.
Because you're just instantly getting cap time and you have like a decent position because you can't get spotted from like shot from big door from theirs. The only thing that can kinda contest you is like the demo man and choke. I think it's better if you don't want to rush the demo immediately. If you just want to play like point and you don't want to go left side and you're feeling like, oh, left side doesn't really give me that much position, this is just better. Playing point as scout is decent. Like playing up here is fine. As Solly not so much. Mainly because like demo is always gonna shoot you off, but if you're playing scout you can just dodge it. Like demo shoes like a stick hit, you just jump back on, and then you just play low ground if you're like not needing to play up there anymore. Yeah, I think that's all for Gullywash, like literally. All the callouts, all the city stuff.